transparency, accountability, communication, tenacity. Dear fellow union members, in roughly 9 months, there will be a local union election. In the run-up to this election, there are a few things you may want to think on, including these. Transparency. When was the last time you knew about an upcoming election? When was the last time you knew what the union was up to, or better yet, what union representatives were doing at all? It seems there is a deep lack of transparency when it comes to our local. Finding things out shouldn't have to be like pulling teeth. Everyone should be aware of our shared goals and what actions the local and national are doing to achieve them. We shouldn't have to guess what items are being negotiated at the CBA meetings. We shouldn't have to guess at how to respond to new company regulations. And we certainly shouldn't have to wait for someone to call someone else because a union representative doesn't know the policies or guidelines that affect our day-to-day. We should know where and what our representatives are up to since they are on union business instead of coming to work. We should know what's happening when the company's CEO sells $1 million of his stock, signaling a poor outlook on the coming year. We shouldn't have to dig at the union for any information. They should be flooding us with timely and accurate updates on everything that affects us, especially if they have a hand in responding to it. Accountability. We are professionals. We should have standards in place to uphold that fact. Too many of our standards have been washed away by the company's propaganda and extreme policies. This is made worse by a union that can't police itself and hold its own accountable when they consistently damage morale. We all deserve equal representation, but not without some responsibility. The company wants us disconnected from each other, and low morale helps them keep us that way. Why bring back a brother or sister who is always in trouble with poor work habits? They increase the chances of the rest of us getting hurt. On top of that, those who habitually ignore safety make the job harder for those of us who do show up. A union is supposed to uphold the professional standard, so we have firm footings like high morale, camaraderie, dependability, and consistency to lean on when pushing back against the company. The better we are, the better offense we mount, and the more jobs we save from ever needing to be rehired. Communication. We need better communication. A monthly newsletter, a robust website that looks professional and actually has information, a social media presence that is clear in words and message, one that isn't quick to pat itself on the back, but instead work harder at reaching a wider audience. We should have agendas and minutes available to read through. Better still would be recorded or stream union meetings. We should have access to general statistics on outcomes from the union defending our members, like the success rate of the last 3 months on a specific items like attendance, or even what rep does best at the table. We should have access to the union budget to see how our money's being spent big picture, and especially noting who they spend it with. We should be aware of the issues that most of us face and how the union is responding. We should all be aware and be able to take part in the fight for better work conditions and practices. Working safe should be our motto. Tenacity. We get paid for our sweat. The company doesn't pay us what we're worth. If they did, our hourly rate would be a lot higher. Instead, the extra money goes to other people who contribute far less. I say this because we should never forget that without our hard work, planes would not be in the air and the company wouldn't make any money. That mindset should be voiced by union reps, but instead they cash in on their position. How can you show us real tenacity when instead of fighting for more of the pie on our behalf, you sell out to line your own pockets? You sell fake merch instead of taking pride in the uniform you choose not to wear. How can we truly have a union and prosperity if the representatives are only concerned about themselves? Can we overcome if there are no standards, no sense of community, no union reps walking the walk and talking the talk? Friends, you should consider transparency, accountability, communication, and tenacity as the election approaches. There are several people looking to run against current leadership. I hope you take time to learn about those in opposition to the status quo and vote for a better union. Remember, we pay them for the privilege of representing us. Why should we suffer the humiliation of bad representation?